In this video, we'll be looking at section 0.8. Graphing using T-charts. And our essential question is, how do I use a T-chart? So what we'll do is we'll have an equation, we plug x's in, step 2, then plug x's into the equation, this will produce y values. Step 2, graph each point. Step 3, connect the dots. Okay, so let's do this. So say we're given, we'll just do one example. I have this T-chart. And we'll use these x values, -3, -2, -1, 0, and 1. So we're just going to use those 5. And the equation we're going to be looking at is y equals x squared plus 2x minus 4. Now the key to these is not messing up with our negatives. That's the main thing that we tend to kind of do wrong. So what helps me do that is if I put parentheses around my x's before I plug my numbers in, it will kind of alleviate those little mistakes that tend to happen. So let's do -3. So I'm going to say y equals -3 squared plus 2 times -3 minus 4. So we're solving, and I get this would equal -3 squared is -3 times -3, so it's +9, plus 2 times -3 would be at -6, and then we'll minus 4. And when we combine all those, we get 9 minus 6 minus 4 is -1. So my y value is -1. So notice how when I use the parentheses, it really helps me keep track of my negatives, because I'm doing -3 squared, so it's -3 times -3. Next we'll use -2, so I have y equals -2 squared plus 2 times -2 minus 4. And then we're just simplifying. -2 times -2 is a +4. 2 times -2 is a -8. -4. 2 times -2 is a -4. And then we bring that -4 over. So we're doing 4 minus 4 minus 4 will equal negative 4. And we're going to do the same thing as we just go down the line. Now I'm just plugging in my negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. 2 times negative 1 would be a negative 2. And then we'll bring our minus 4 over. 1 minus 2 minus 4 would be negative 5. Now we'll plug in 0. 0 is usually pretty friendly, because we'll get 0 squared is 0, plus 2 times 0 is 0, minus 4, and then 0 plus 0 minus 4 is negative 4. We got one more value to plug in, and that's going to be 1, so I'm plugging in 1 squared plus 2 times 1, minus 4. 1 squared is 1 times 1, so that's 1, plus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 4, and that would equal negative 1. Now we have all our y values. When I plugged in negative 2, I got negative 4. When I plugged in negative 1, I got negative 5. When I plugged in 0, I got negative 4. And when I plugged in 1, I got negative 1. Now we'll draw our graph. And we'll plot our points. So I go down as far as negative 5, so I'm going to put my x-axis up a little high. Now, from our function families, we already know what this picture should look like. It's a positive x squared, so I can kind of make a rough estimate. I know it's going to look something like opening up like a smiley face almost. It's going to be U-shaped because it's quadratic. It's positive, so it's going to open upwards. So I already have a good idea what it should look like. So when I'm plotting my points, if it does not look like that, something must have gone wrong in here. So I might have to go back and check those numbers. So let's plot our points, connect our dots, and make sure it looks like the picture we are expecting. So I'll go to negative 3, negative 1. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go to negative 2, negative 4. And then we'll go to negative 1, negative 5. Then 0, negative 4, and 1, negative 1. We connect the dots, and it definitely looks like a U-shaped picture that's facing right side up. Like that. And that is how we can use a t-chart to help us graph. The important thing is remembering those parentheses around the x help us keep track of our negatives so we don't make little mistakes with those. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.